You have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Swift. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Stop your body. Begin.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Swift. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Check. Bravo.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Running with Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line. Go. 5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
His pass caught at the 4. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
57 the mic.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? It's free. It's free.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
He can, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. It's their quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gostkowski the extra point. The second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Open man, it's Preston Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On first down, Swift. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Hey, Haywood.
On first and 10, Herbert escaping the pressure right. Got his man, it's Williams. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got it to Hilton. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Let's go now. Go to bench.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Double time. 4 down. Alert. Short.
2nd down and inches.
Coming to you.
And this one's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. DJ Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 38. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. 41 Mike. Go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Looking to throw. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. But it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Looking deep for Hilton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. T.Y. Hilton, 40 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check safety, check safety.
Hey, check back.
On third down, Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Hey, let's get there. Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
Greystone, travel. Now.
On fourth down, Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A former LSU Tiger, Dante Jackson, on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get that ball right here.
2nd and 9 now. Able to find his running back, Geis. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 18 yards, 1st down, Niners. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Back to throw here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
He's going to air one out, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Pick up the ball. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. You.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his go-to man so far. That's Moore. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Give them 40 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
On the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now a handoff, Geis going right. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
55.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.